G'day and welcome back to Shaving Under. I'm Doug as usual, and it's a Friday. It's my absolute day of relaxation and leisure. Not much leisure today. I'll just be quiet. It's just raining out there a bit. Don't know if you can hear it or not. It's just starting to ease back a little bit. Quite excited about today's shave. We're going to go with an Australian soap. It's made here in my home state, South Australia, up around the Barossa Valley Way, which is up north. Probably Barossa might, I'm not sure, hour and a half, 2 hours from Adelaide where I live. If you love your vino and you love your reds, you need to go to the Barossa Valley. Just 100% famous for red wine. And you go a bit higher up again to the Clare Valley, and if you love your Rieslings, some of the world's best Rieslings are made there. Same with the reds, absolutely world class. I'm just going to move this around a little bit. So yeah, it's a place to be. So, in saying that, this is it. Squadron shaving soap. And this is their Group Captain's Blend. And this stuff smells magnificent. Look in there, yeah, I've just taken some out. Now it's a little bit off coloured because of the vanilla that's in it. So maybe they're using a real vanilla, I'm not sure. Or maybe it's some sort of syrup or something, vanilla syrup, who knows. Or even the bean, the vanilla bean. So, give you a bit of a scent profile. So they say it's reminiscent of old pipe tobacco, and there's vanilla on top, then malt, tobacco leaf and cedar. It's pretty straightforward scent. Smells fantastic. It also comes with a hip flask. No, not really. It looks like a hip flask, doesn't it? God, the colour of it, you just feel like taking a swig, especially in a cold day like today, but don't do that. It does have alcohol in it, but I don't think it's the sort you want to be drinking. So, and this smells even better than the soap. Absolutely amazing scent in this. What else we got here? Rightio, going with the horsehair, the Vielong. Haven't used it for a while. Love the handle of it, just beautiful. And today I'm doing something a bit different. I am, just put my finger over the hole, going with my Scuttle. Now something that Uncle Earl mentioned during the week. If you haven't seen his shave channel, go over and have a look. Where one of the companies, soap companies, said to squash the soap into the bottom of the Scuttle while it's full of hot water. And you can get a really good lather. So I'm going to experiment with that today as well. And of course, we'll be going another round with that Persona 74. So that blade is just really starting to shine. And we'll see how much longer it's got left in it. Okay, I'll just get organised and we'll get into the shave. So thanks to Uncle Earl for that tip. So if you've got a shaving Scuttle at home, like in the Northern Hemisphere, you're not going to be filling it up with hot water during summer. But just remember it, and if you've never done it before, when winter comes around, give it a go. It's, I think the whole idea of it, oh God, that feels nice and warm. It's only about 10 degrees or something at the moment here in Adelaide. That's a very thick lather indeed. So I think the whole idea is you just mush some of the soap just down the bottom of the Scuttle and just let it sit for I don't know, it was probably 5 minutes there for me while I was getting organised, and then wet your brush, go in there fairly dry and just add some drops of hot water as you go along. And I think the whole idea is that just sitting in the hot bowl just softens up the soap. Just makes it easy to get a lather with them. I believe it to be true. So away we go. So I've been looking forward, got an itch right there. I've been looking forward to using this soap for a while. I've had it sitting around for a little while and it's jumped the queue. I thought today's the day. And once again, I've got to say thank you to Uncle L, because here I am, a crow eater, South Australian, and I didn't even know about it. And here he is, Uncle L, I think he's Victoria, New South Wales, one of the two, doesn't matter where he's from, he's Aussie. And he knew about it and he used another one of their soaps, and I was like, oh my God, I felt embarrassed not knowing. So I quickly dialed in their website on my computer and put through an order. So the Squadron soap, I'll obviously leave links. They revolve around a World War II theme with all their soaps. There's about half dozen soaps in the range. I think they all come with splashes, aftershave splash, if you want to match them up. And sometimes you buy a soap and you just know you're getting quality, and this is one of those occasions. I don't know if you can hear that rain or not. Well, that's the first pass done. Just add a little bit more hot water into it. How good is this stuff? That poor old brush. It's full of soap. Magnificent lather. Trust me, people. If you're looking for a really nice soap and you live in the Northern Hemisphere, buy this Squadron. Go into the link. It won't be the cheapest soap you'll buy, but it's not expensive. They've got the soap there that's there. Tip of the hat to Old Spice, so if you're a bit of an Old Spice fan. I think this one's called Red Lead, but no quote me. This one, if you love your woody tobacco, your cedar tobacco, definitely get these. And there's a few others in the range. Magnificent soap. This is probably, it's a big call already, but I reckon this is my favourite Australian soap. So I've lost count how often I've shaved with this Persona 74, and I'm now starting to think it's well over 10. So and you saw the issues I had with the early days, probably the first 5 to 6 shaves with this blade. Very sharp blade, very sharp. But for me now it's settled down, and for me personally, it's turned into a good blade. I know some folks like their blades really sharp, especially all you fellas out there with the feathers. And if you're out there watching now and you do shave with feather blades, just drop a comment below and just let me know what's the lifespan you get out of a single feather blade. I do have feathers here. I also have Kai blades and a Kai razor, so I've got to pair that up one day. And do a shave. Okay. Let's hope we can do this without any nicks. Oh! What's going on there? It's a bit of a scrape. Maybe it is coming to the end of its life. Just add a little bit more water again. Beautiful lather. Look at that. Can't ask for any more, can you? A couple of shout outs as well. Just the shout outs in general to in the last couple of weeks, some new subscribers have come on board. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate that. And a few of them have got their own channels, so I just read them out. HD Shaves, seems like a good lad. Same with OJ Shaves as well. He's new, just last couple of weeks. And another fella, Gordon Christie, and he just shaves with straight razors. So I haven't had a look at one of his videos yet, but I am interested to learn a bit more about the old straight shaving. I wouldn't mind giving it a go somewhere down the track, but right now I just don't have enough knowledge. And yeah, I'd be a ER case if I tried to shave with one now. I'd cut myself up bad. Okay, let's get into this last pass. Put you in there. Sort of hoping this 74 gives up the ghost real soon, because I've got a lot of vintage blades I've got to try. I'm even contemplating going with an old Gillette blue. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. But it'd be interesting to see what it was like for the old mates back in the day, shaving with the old Gillette blue blade, or even that red packet, the thin, or go even further back to the old green packets, those thick 3-hole blades. I am thinking about that as well. I think I've got a blade sharpener for razor blades, so I'm thinking about maybe I throw one in there and give it a sharpen up and use an old ABC or something like that, or a single ring. I've got my double ring too I want to use sometimes, so maybe I could use it there. Like, how convenient would it have been for fellas back in the day when these double-edged razors come on the market? You can see why that market took off. I think it stalled for a little bit at first, but then it got rolling. Okay, we're back. Cleaned up here, splashed off the face with some icy cold water straight out of the tap. That just wakes you up a little bit, doesn't it? But it does feel good. It does feel good after a shave, splashing down with some cold water. Quick ingredient uptake. So it's got basically in it the soaps, stearic acid, coconut oil, tallow. So it is a tallow soap. Potassium hydroxide, vegetable glycerine, and lanolin. And the splash has got denatured or denatured alcohol, and of course witch hazel and a couple other things. So I think that's all for my cheat sheets. So let's get it on. Oh, you cannot believe how good this smells. Unreal. I could just sit here and sniff it all day. But the show must go on. This is one of the best smelling splashes I own. Oh, you can smell that old time pipe tobacco. And it's just a little bit sweeter. This is magnificent. This is I'm going to go right out on a limb here and say this is the best splash and the best made splash I have used in the past year doing this channel. Oh, that is just magnificent. Oh, well, the big test will be when I go see Dione and let her have a sniff. But I'm pretty confident she'll like it. So the old 74 back in its tomb, back in its gimp cage, keeps delivering the goods. I've got to get off my butt and just reading a text message here from my accountant and count how many times I've used this blade. Because I was thinking today, earlier today, it must be over 10. It's got to be over 10. I think I've been using it for at least a month now. And early on there was a couple of shaves with a Derby Premium, but the rest has been with this. Even the Wednesday shaves that you don't see. This thing is good as usual. I should clean this up some stage. Put you to one side. I'll leave a link for this bad boy, all the way from Czechoslovakia. Fantastic, talented woman that makes these. And yeah, lovely Scuttle, lovely Scuttle. We'll go back to the main prize. This soap here, there will be links if you're in the Northern Hemisphere and you want something special, especially if you like tobacco type blends, cedar woody type blends. This is the way to go. Just buy it with confidence or look at their range. As I said, there's about half a dozen or so different soaps there, and you saw how good that lather was. Just that's punching right up there with all the big brands. That's how good it is. Okay, we'll leave it at that. We'll go on for time there. Yep, good time to wrap it up. Hopefully you had a good week. Had a good week in the shop, which was nice. Day started as well. Whoa, we just had a couple of just got a message there from the shop. Couple of big sales. You beauty! Go! Go you good thing! It's almost like I'm at the races. I was there on Wednesday too to see another one of my horses, my mate's horses run. It's good to get a couple of good weeks in the shop going. Maybe there is a God. Okay, enjoy your weekend. Like always, relax, spend it with people you really want to be with. Eat well, drink well, spoil yourself. Ciao for now.